Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Joy. On today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this shirt gown with stylish puff sleeve. It's a shirt gown and you can wear it alone to anywhere of your choice. So you can wear it without the trouser. So you fold and get your measurements, the length you want, your desired length, and then the width is your hip divided by 4 plus 3 inches. That's what I use here. Then I got my waist measurement and then my hip length. So my shoulder divided by 2, which is 8 inches. I will mark it here and then I'll come down by 1 inch, which is my shoulder slope. Then from that shoulder slope, I'll go back to my neck, mark my 3 inches by 1 inch. This is the back. I'm drafting the back first. After drafting this back, we'll take it to the front. Then from that shoulder slope down, I'll go down by 8 inches, which is my armhole depth. Then I'll make sure it's 8 inches at that armhole. Then I get it on a straight line. And if it's not straight, then I have to adjust this part that is bigger. Then I make it on a straight line and then I curve my armhole. After curving, okay, just to measure to show you is at 4 inches. Okay, so this is actually my bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches extra. My waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches extra. My hip divided by 4 plus 2 inches extra. Yeah, I was marking 42 instead of 40, so I'm going to reduce it back now. Sorry, it's 10 inches, which is 40 plus 2. Then I'm going to connect the lines together and then I will take that line to the end of the dress, like the tip curve, not on a straight line, but on a curvy line outside. So you see, so that is what I did then. It's just a little A cut. If it's a normal A cut, it should be 6 inches. Yeah, but I just do 3 here. So I come in by 1 inch here and I curve it just to eh, eliminate that sharp edge there. Then the next thing to do is to cut it out. After cutting it out, you're going to fold the front. The front should be 2.5 inches wider than the back. That 2.5 inches is for button placket. So that is the 2.5 inches I was talking about. You will mark it on a straight line because it's that line that you're going to put your back. Hope you understand. You see where the back started on that line. You didn't get to that 2.5. That 2.5 is for your button. It's for your button placket. So you're going to trace whatever thing you have there after placing it nicely, except the neck. Just leave the neck. And then you cut, cut, cut. And after cutting, you're going back to the neck. Yeah. Cut this down. Very important. So that that sharp edge will not be there. Then back to the neck, you come down by 3 inches. So this front that has button placket is 3 inches depth, while the back was 1 inch, remember. But their width are the same place. Their width are the same place, don't forget. So you open this front, you open it on a straight line. This is a very fast tutorial. Then you come in here by half an inch and then you cut it out to enable your sleeve sit perfectly after fixing it. After cutting it, you take it to your ironing table and that place that will added that 2.5 inches, you will notch it. It's better you notch it so that you will know where you're putting the interface from. Iron an interface there and then you iron half an inch. After iron that half an inch to the down, you fold it again. Now 1 inch. Half an inch first, then 1 inch second. After ironing it, you then bring it back. But let's cut the sleeve first. So this is the sleeve and it's 25 inches length. The width is 11 inches. The width of the sleeve is 11 inches, while the length of the sleeve is 25 inches. Take note. So that is it. So I come in here by 4 inches and then I came down by 4 inches, and then I mark a slight X shape. I use 10 inches here. That is my armhole with the sewing allowance, and then I mark it out. From there, I didn't get to the tip. Then you just cut. It's a very simple tutorial. It's not difficult at all. You can also wait after sewing your clothes, then you measure your armhole and use it to cut your sleeve. So this is a band. It's not, this is optional. It's just a band, 3 inches by any length you want. Just a band. I might not even use it. Just in case you need a band. So that was what I was explaining. You saw it, half inch opening, and then another 1 inch. Now you're going to sew it on your sewing machine on a straight line. Or better say you open it like this, put a hemming gum inside, and you iron it back. Then you're going to join the shoulder. The next thing is to join the shoulder. So you join it right side facing right side, and then after joining the two shoulders, you're going to join the side. This is the side. You join it with that 1 inch. I put 2 inches when cutting. That 2 inches was 1 inch for sewing, while 1 inch will be for the ease. So that was what happened. So make sure you sew it very well and you bring it back to continue your sewing. Right now we put our sleeve before we proceed to hemming it down. So this our sleeve, you're going to fold that down part, you're going to fold it tiny. It can be half inch, half inch. So I just folded it tiny. And then you mark, depends on where you want your elastic to start. For mine, I did 5.5, that is 5.5. You can use 6, you can even use 7, you can still use 5. So any one you want is okay for you. And for my elastic, I measured where my slip will stop. So that round measurement was what I used for my elastic. I remove 1 inch. You can also sew without removing 1 inch. Then I run it on top of that place I marked that 5.5. So this is what you have after sewing it. Don't bother yourself, just be dragging the elastic. The elastic will form by itself. So you close this arm hole now with your allowance. Then after closing it, you flip it over, and then you're going to put it inside the material to be able to fix the sleeve. So this notching you're putting at this center is where you're going to place on your shoulder. That notching will be on your shoulder. So you can either pin it down or you sew as you go. That notching will be at your center, your shoulder, while the joining will be on your armpit. Please don't forget. So after you sew it round, and our advice is sew from the shoulder. Our advice is sew from the shoulder. So if there's any excess, you trim it out from the shoulder. But mine, there was no excess. So you can still finish sewing. Then you measure your armhole and know the measurement you use then. Whichever one is good. Then proceed to hemming it down. You hem it down very fine like that, 2 times. After hemming it, you come back to the neck and you measure. Please, is our advice to measure from the back. So after measuring whatever thing you get here, you're going to cut it out on a straight fabric plus 1 inch. So I got 19 inches there, and I'm gonna have to cut a straight fabric of 20 inches, and the width is 4 inches. So I will measure 2.5 inches from up, and I will make it on a straight line. That is 2.5 inches from up and it's on a straight line. I will fold it into two to carve out the collar. So this is it. So that particular place you make that line, you come in by 1.5 inches and you curve it out. You curve the small part out and you carve out the big part. That 2.5 inches is the side you're carving out, and the other side that remain 1.5, you curve it. Hope you understand. Okay, so after covering, this is what we have, and you cut it out, and you look for another pieces of same length, and you use it to turn it. After turning it, you put an interface to it, and then you fold 1/2 inch and iron it nicely. After ironing it, this is what you have, and then you join them together and you will turn it. So here, just look at my hand very well. You're going to open that half small because you sew from there, you sew this straight part and you sew this curvy part again. Make sure that that 1/2 inch you folded while ironing, you open it out when sewing so that you can sew to that tip. Then after sewing, you're going to trim any excess you have, turn it, turn it. After turning it very well, you're going to iron it. You iron it nicely and then you come back to fix it to your neck. So you are going to place it like this in the way that the shirt neck will be inside the collar because you're going to sew it together. This is the pattern I use for this one. That's why I thought this is I think is the easiest collar method I know how to do. So you push it inside and then it's either you pin it or you sew as you go. But the truth is if you measure it very well, you're going to get a perfect result. After sewing, you come back to the tip part and you sew 1/4 inch, that is 0.25. You sew it just to give the collar a good fitting, but it's optional, you can also skip it. Then my button, I use 3.5, so you can use 3, you can also use 4, but I use 3.5 here. So you can make your button hole, fix your button. And that brings us to the end of this tutorial. Thank you very much for stopping by. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you. Please like, comment, and share. I love you. See you in my next one. Bye.